Howdy everyone, it's me once again, the one and only Killer Dan. And today, as you can see, I'm bringing back my Disney movie marathon where I'll talk about the movies, obviously, the TV shows, theme parks, I don't know, whatever the case may be. If it's related to Disney in any shape or form, then of course there is a good chance I'll mention it in whatever shape or form, I guess. So, I guess first things first is that yes, it's found in brand new year, and I hope everyone has a good time. Obviously, so hip hip hooray! That's fantastic. Woohoo! That's what I'm talking about. So I made it through another year, and I think that in itself is pretty fantastic. But what isn't so fantastic is me talking about some idiots again. Okay, there's a place. Okay, this place called well Fox News. I've spoken about these people before, and here we go again. And they seem to have a beef with Disney again, just for supporting the LGBT plus community and whatnot. So they're acting as though it's so mind-bogglingly weird that Disney would be so accepting, which I don't understand as to why they would think this way. Because these individuals, they just want to exist. That's it. That's literally it. There's no secret agenda to destroy the family structure. There's no hidden plan behind the scenes strategy to ruin society. That's not what's going on. They're not trying to corrupt students in the high school or what have you. Again, none of that is what's going on. All this entire thing is just conspiracy theories. That's it. They're making a false pretext to a problem only they can fix, only they can solve, coincidentally enough. Then they claim to be authentic news station, which of course is complete bullshit because that's not what's going on. Anyway, but yeah, about the whole thing with equality and whatnot, Disney is okay with this kind of a thing, and somehow they're in the bad. So with that being said, let's just get into it, shall we? Because this thing is just stupid. Ugh.
Welcome back to the big Saturday show. So move over, Seattle. The new most woke place on earth is Disney.
Oh no, people want to be accepted these days. How dare they? Oh my god, what? Gay people just want to have jobs like everyone else? How dare they want to have equal pay? Oh, gay people want rights? How dare they? Oh, give me a break. The word woke has been tossed around so many times that it lost its original meaning. Again, trying to have a negative pretext. You're just lying again. That's condescending when you think about it.
And its customers and employees are taking notice.
Why should they? I mean, why is everyone making a big deal? The only person that's making a big deal, really, it's you. Christ.
A gay worker of the company is slamming the media giant over its stance on Florida's parental rights law.
I don't buy whatever you're saying for a second. Even if there's some disgruntled employees at Disney, which will happen because it's a big business when you think about it, whether it's Target, Walmart, or what have you, or even Best Buy, yes, of course, there's going to be some disgruntled employees, no matter what you're trying to do, no matter how good your intentions are. But of course, Disney's no exception to that. But besides all that, how do I know what you're saying is true? A lot of the things people at Fox News have brought up have been known to be lying. You are not really trustworthy as you claim you would. So
Disney does not speak for me. He writes this in Substack. The bill does not mention the word gay once.
of course, like always, there's some information that people at Fox News are leaving out, which they are. Because when it comes to the one gay bill, technically Disney's fighting against that one gay bill. They want to make sure that their employees is treated accurately, which you don't bring up at all. So it's technically that bill in Florida that doesn't mention gay, even though technically that's what they're talking about. This goes further back when I was talking about making those numerous videos where I was speaking in regards of the DeSantis guy, because he didn't like the fact that the company Disney was fighting against the fact that what the hell comes to the parental rights bill, because Disney actually supports gays. The bill itself in Florida doesn't mention word gay, but technically it is about gay people. The Chances individual was wanting to make some sort of mission against the LGBT plus community and Disney for supporting gays. So again, like we were saying a moment ago, the whole thing where in Fox News, there's a huge chunk of information that's not being mentioned. They're leaving out a lot of information out and trying to use this for like a gotcha. It's a gotcha moment according to them because they're trying to make it as if that see gay people is talking bad about Disney. It means we have a point. Blah 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 blah. Which of course is again it's a complete lie because what you're saying doesn't make any sense. Because like I just said a moment ago, there's a quite a bit of information that's being left out here, which was intentional because to create their own agenda against Disney.
The purposely misleading nickname, Don't Say Gay, was a Trojan horse. It drew people in, it got them all fired up because they thought the bill was attacking gay people. The detractors of the bill used this to lure you in, but they wanted to hide the gender ideology part of the bill, which is what people should really be concerned about.
Again, you're leaving some information out. What the DeSantis guy wanted to do up in Florida, he wanted to make sure that gay people couldn't enjoy themselves at Disney theme park because apparently at Disney theme park it should be only for straight people and no one else. That's what's going on. That's why people were getting mad about the fact that Disney was opposing what the DeSantis guy was saying. So again, you're leaving out a lot of information here. You're lying.
The public was being played and gay people were being used as pawns. So just to start out, controversial opinion, but I think Disney World is overrated, too many people, and it's too expensive. But Tyrus, about this, as the author writes, the bill does not mention gay once. Yet
not even no, not once.
But
not
Tyrus,
even
we've got the media, we've got the left. They're calling it the Don't Say Gay bill. How did that happen?
Well, as an actor, I happen to know that we read scripts, and a lot of them are really long, thousands of hundreds of pages sometimes.
That just sounds like an exaggeration, but okay, whatever you say. There's holes in your story right there too. What the hell? Do you have any proof of this? Like at all? Of course you don't. You're just saying word of mouth. You can say whatever you want. Just because you can say a thing, that doesn't mean that in itself is proof. Do you have any physical evidence, anything to back up what you're saying? It just seems like you're just falsifying stuff like the other people are.
This was 6 to 7 pages long, so try reading it before you go against it. But again, this goes back to what I've been saying, and I have to recorrect myself. I used to say this was 10% of 10% on Twitter, but this is literally 10% of 10% of 10%. The woke don't really represent any particular group.
Oh, Christ almighty. This, again, is so mind-boggling stupid. Again, it's about standing for civil rights for the LGBT plus community. You realize that this kind of thing is nothing new. This is absolutely nothing new. People fighting for human rights can be traced back all the way to the 1920s, 1930s, and upward. So they're just doing the same thing here. How is it that it's woke now? You have no issue with that back then, but you do now. Martin Luther King was standing up for human rights. Malcolm X was standing up for human rights. Rosa Parks was standing up for human rights. Even in other times where people were fighting for Asian rights, whether you're Korean, Vietnamese, or whatever else, standing rights for them. That's perfectly fine. And again, it just seems like it's repeating itself. History is repeating itself. Now we're trying to stand for gay rights. Now you have a problem with this? What?
Individual achievement and virtue signaling for the individuals who do it. They're not interested in helping the greater good. It's about themselves. We saw this with Black Lives Matter. A few individuals who claimed they were fighting for us made a lot of money, bought a lot of homes, and got in trouble with the IRS.
What the hell are you even talking about? Like you're saying, it sounds like it's nothing but accusations. Where is the evidence? Again, where is the proof of all this? Again, you're trying to act as if just because they're trying to help the LGBT plus community and whoever else is somehow linked to something bad. You're trying to link it up to something bad. Again, where's the evidence? Where's the evidence? All right, you're making it up. What does getting into trouble with the IRS and the other things you're referring to have to do with anything? How is this connected to the individual's sexual orientation or gender identity? And I do think it's awfully weird, it's creepy that you care so much about somebody else is sleeping in bed with someone else. Why do you care? You don't even know these people, like at all. You're just judging. Very judgmental when you think about it.
but yet never help the victims of the people in trouble.
Again, what does any of this have to do with gay people? What's the connection? What does any of this have to do with Disney? And what are you saying? That's so condescending when you think about it, because it's manipulative. You're just gaslighting people into thinking that they should feel guilty for liking Disney and for helping the gay people. The only people that's acting mind-boggling, it's you.
That's what the woke is. That's why they get bored and they move on. They're just a big bully at school.
And again and again, what does that have to do with gay people? What does that have to do with Disney? If there's anybody that's being bullies, it's you. You people all complain about prayer not being in school, people not studying the Bible enough these days. If anything, there's a low attendance of churches because of you. It's not the liberals or Democrats that's the problem. It's you.
And when you stand up to them, they just find somebody else to pick on. And so
That's what you're doing. Looking yourself in the mirror, there, bud.
that's basically what this is again, because a lot of my gay friends, especially men.
That's a lie. That's a lie. Again, that's a lie. Just because you have gay friends doesn't make you any less homophobic. That's like saying having a racist who doesn't have anything against black people. Hey, I have black friends. I'm not a racist. That's the same kind of attitude there. Oh, I don't hate Asians, but I have some Chinese friends. Yada, yada, yada. Same kind of attitude. Again, you try to act like I gotcha. It's a gotcha moment. They'll agree with me, so how can I be homophobic? Come on.
One of the most proudest things is that they are a proud gay man.
Again, what does that have to do with anything?
That is the point.
No, you're lying again. You're just saying all this just to take stabs. And you know that Fox News has a big fan base. Bunch of idiots, if you ask me, but they have a big fan base. You just go on a platform where you can get a lot of attention. If this was some obscure news station, you wouldn't bother getting on here at all.
They're not something else. They are still a man. So when you hear them attack, when they say boys and girls and things like that,
The only people that's making this into a gender thing, it's you. That's what you're doing. Oh boy, you just want to. This just sounds like projection if you ask me, but there you go.
to do with it. And 99% of like for this individual who stepped.
What are you rambling about? 99.99%. What? Where are you getting this stats from? And who is this individual that you're referring to? Again, there's lots of vague information going on here, really.
They don't represent me. They don't represent any of you, and that's the point.
I do believe representation is very important. I mean, not every story needs it, sure, but still. Morons like this would just like to murk up the details just because.
Well, it seems like, I mean, progressives have their finger on what's going on Twitter with all these woke people.
Therefore, they're acting as if they have nothing going on in their heads, right? Like they know nothing. Oh, they're the ignorant people. They don't know what real oppression is. Yada, yada, yada. Shut up.
Warriors, but not parents. You know, Laura, I want to read you some of the.
You mean like literally no parent is doing that? Literally no parent is fighting for gay rights? How do you know that? Oh, really? How do you know that exactly?
Quotes from parents who are slamming Disney over this. This is in Oklahoma.
Again, what does that have to do with anything? It's just that parent being very close-minded. So what? There's like a truck ton of parents like that. Not every one of them.
She says this. She says clearly the executives at Disney live in some kind of bubble and don't know everyday moms and dads like us. And then a New Jersey-based wife, sister, and aunt, they said this. They've tarnished their brand. Another parent, Ohio-based parent, and a grandparent says this. It is time to void your household of all things Disney. Laura, literally.
Again, what's the problem? What's the issue exactly? What's wrong with wanting to help gay people? You have not presented the actual problem. So what are you talking about here exactly?
All this bill does is it says to school employees, don't instruct on, sexual orientation and gender identity for kids under 8. Why would progressives oppose that?
But again, for the 100th time, what's the problem? You guys just making shit up just to make it as if there's some kind of conflict going on somewhere, which when there isn't any.
Who would oppose that? Who in their right mind thinks we should be talking to any child about sexuality, about sex? I mean, gosh, kids just grow up quick enough as it is. We really want to accelerate that.
This goes into the whole DeSantis thing, the whole Florida thing I was referring to earlier. They're just misleading the whole thing. They're misleading the entire conflict with that because Dinsey opposes that bill. That was it.
It is absolutely mind-boggling. But I imagine that Walt Disney is turning over in his grave right now, seeing how absurd this stance is that Disney took. They didn't need to take a stance at all. They didn't need to get involved in this at all. When corporations and companies do.
Give me a break. Corporations can go into this if they want to. It's a great way. It's a good way to make money. If they were catering to Christians and only Christians, none of you would be complaining, which makes you extremely hypocritical.
It is always the wrong move. It always hurts them. It always makes people dislike them because you have to remember that half the country, and I would say far more than half the country at this point, disagrees with whatever stance you're putting out there. It's just really insane because.
No, what's really insane is like I just said a moment ago. What is the problem? What? Where is the problem? Where is the problem? None of you have explained what the problem is exactly. Okay, they want to help the gay people. Okay, and what? What's the problem? No, really, what's the problem exactly? You have not explained anything. Again, if Walt Disney, the company, was catering just to Christians, none of them would be complaining.
You think about Disney as the place, as a parent, that you can.
What the hell are you even talking about exactly? Just because they're helping gay people, how does that equal to they're trying to take the rights away of parents? That's not what gay people are trying to do. The gay people just want to be accepted. That's it. That's literally it. They're not trying to attack the rights of parents and cause harm to the family. That's what you might want to do, but that's not what they're trying to do. So again, what are you talking about?
Turn to for wholesome entertainment.
So you're telling me that only straight people can have wholesome entertainment? What? Are you some kind of elitist? So somehow showing this on screen, somehow it's less family oriented. What are you talking about? Like what? I mean, okay, the thing is that funny how they don't bring this up. In the Disney movies, at least the vast majority of them, when it comes to love stories, they all involved straight people. Every single of these, at least most of them, involved straight people. You didn't say nothing about that. So that's okay? That's the only way to make it wholesome entertainment? What? So let me try and wrap my mind around this. There was that lady kissing a frog. That's okay. And then we also had two robots falling in love with each other. That's okay. And there was a bee falling in love with a human. And that's okay. So, what? And then somehow putting this in a movie. Oh no! Oh god, the world is ending! Well, come on. You're being so damn dramatic.
Where you're allowed to go escape these sort of things with your kids.
Oh, somebody, please think of the children. Think of the children, everybody. Oh, shut up. Because the thing is that you're just using the kids as a weapon. You're weaponizing kids. The gay people are not going to terrorize anybody. They're not trying to terrorize your family or trying to bully your schools or whatever, like you were saying a moment ago. That's not what's going on. If there's anybody that's doing that, it's you people. Look at yourselves in the mirror. God.
And that is no more. And people have.
That's a complete load because you're acting as if that, nowadays people are realizing what Disney's doing, like this quote unquote secret agenda that they're apparently doing. How do you know that? How do you know that? No, really, how do you know that? Based on what? So again, for like the 100th time, what's the problem? What's the issue? I don't get it.
Very clearly seen that does not exist. There.
Again, what are you talking about? What doesn't exist is this problem. This is a non-existent problem. How many times have I said that? I've said that quite a few times already in this video. There's no issue. Literally, this issue you're speaking of is non-existing. It doesn't exist. You're just making stuff up because they're supporting gay people. How is this any different than having religious people and getting upset over interracial couples? Yeah, tell me.
There's an agenda. Maybe there's been an agenda
There is no agenda. Helping gay people, that does not equal to having an agenda. What?
all along that we didn't really know about.
Again, what you're saying here, it doesn't exist. So, again, what are you talking about?
But I'll tell you one thing, I have never taken my kids to Disney.
Again, what are you talking about? The gay people don't want to terrorize your family. That's not what's going on.
Fortunately, they are young enough that they're not yet interested.
Kids are into finger painting, so what are you getting at? All right, you're using that as a way to take jabs. Again, what are you talking about?
So maybe we got out of this whole deal scot-free.
Again, so what? Whoop-de-doo. The company will still make a truck ton of money with or without your kids. And like I just said a moment ago, on a repeat over and over and over and over again. The gay people, the LGBT plus community as a whole, aren't after to attack your children. They're not trying to terrorize anybody. If there's anybody that have done that, it's you religious people. Y'all have done that, not them. Yeah, the rest of the video just keeps hammering this again and again that people are trying to stand up now, and then he goes into the whole thing I was referring to with the chances and the whole rights bill. If anything, for anyone that doesn't know, I don't feel like repeating myself again, which I've pretty much have been doing for this entire video. It goes into what the DeSantis individual up in Florida wanted to do. The chances wanted to exclude anything gay related or anything of the gender equality in like preschools or middle schools, stuff like that. Because he's under the oppression, like these people are, they're trying to attack families. They're trying to redefine what gender is. They're trying to redefine what family is. They're trying to redefine what equal rights are and whatnot, what marriage is. They're trying to change the idea of what marriage is. Again, where is this coming from exactly? Where? None of this exists. Actually, none of this made up problem. It's a made up problem, and that's the thing, though. When they say families are ditching Disney over woke politics, that's a complete lie. That's a lie, rather, because they are still families who will support Disney nonetheless. So I guess again you can say that they're just making stuff up. Where this and here's the thing, though. Yes, this now it has been under a lot of fire anyway. This Chance guy, because he said some quite awful things about the African American community. Yeah, when it comes to like slavery and all that, he wants to pretty much trying to water it down because of the whole slavery thing way back when. Oh, it wasn't so bad. The people from Africa and whatnot had benefits and whatnot, which of course is complete lie. That just baffles me. What makes this even more baffling as well is that people from Fox News don't bring it up here. Like the Cristobal stuff he said about African Americans, they don't mention it here, like at all. They don't once mention it here. They just talk that DZ's doing this, DZ's doing that, gay people are doing this, gay people are doing that. When Dick Chances over here, he has done a lot of questionable things as well against the rights of some other people. Yes, he was heavily criticized when it comes to people out of Africa. And yeah, you can look it up yourself. He has said something against black history when it comes to black studies. Yeah, he said some questionable stuff when it comes to that. I mean, yes, people have spoken about this, obviously. Yes, of course, there was a thing, this whole issue. But my point being is that nobody spoke about this issue when DeSantis was speaking about the African community. They don't bring this up at all. And yeah, of course, there's so many articles on this alone where he just complains about the African culture, the history and whatnot, trying to revise it as if it was so bad. Oh boy. I mean, there's quite a lot to dig up here. I mean, a lot. I do mean quite a bit. So this is suspicious, don't you think? Answer obviously it is. I'm not going to bring up every little thing here because this video is already long enough as it is. That's bully behavior right there. I mean, there's quite a bit of this, but this video is very lengthy as it is. But that's bully behavior right there. That's being closed-minded right there. But of course, Fox News don't want to bring this up. Of course they don't. They don't want to bring it up. Or they were just trying to find a way to justify what they said in some kind of way so it wouldn't seem so bad. Point being, it's like they're picking favorites. They want to go into politics only when it's in their favor. Yes, this is something I've discussed before in previous other videos because they were strongly favor the Republican candidates when it comes to voting the presidents and whatnot, like Trump or George W. Bush. I mean, there might be some of them might be against them, but it kind of depends on who you're talking to. But generally speaking, yes, most of the people on Fox News will be in favor for Donald Trump. Maybe there's a few exceptions, maybe, but still. But it just seems ridiculous. Again, I know I'm repeating myself. Excuse me if I am, but okay, gay people want to live. That's literally it. They just want to exist. Same thing with people from Africa. All these groups of people, they just want to exist and just be accepted. That's it. They just want to have their own jobs and have their own families and just go to Disneyland and just have fun. So basically, just me just defending the Disney theme parks. Again, Disney Corporation is holding it, I guess in this case. I mean, yeah, it just goes into the whole thing with the Disney theme park up in Florida because they accept gay people. That's what they're getting at. Pretty much a center on that. Of course, Fox News would leave out a lot of information, like I was saying, of course, but that world, their bullying is really from them. This bill that the chancellor wanted to do, it was anti-gay. It didn't mention it didn't. It was not worded as anti-gay. It's just worded as a way it wouldn't seem so bad. The chancellor was trying to word something in such a way that wouldn't seem too bad. But in reality, it is pretty bad. So he's just trying to disguise it as if, oh, gotta protect the family, gotta save the family, protect the family, protect the family. The family's in trouble. In trouble from what? In trouble from who? Who is attacking the family exactly? It's not the African people, and it's not the gay people. So, again, what's the problem? What's the issue? I don't get it. Anyway, thank you for watching, folks. I still have some Disney movies to talk about and Disney stuff, so wait for that. So, thanks for watching. Take care. See you.